Interesting topic of conversation today. TITLEIST GT1 Tour Fairway Woods. One of the most played fairway woods on tour, but initially designed for the higher handicapper with the slower swing speed. Welcome back to SGGT. Today, myself, James and Aaron are going to have a look at the new GT1 Tour Fairway Woods and how it compares to the range of TITLEIST woods that are already on offer. Aaron, we've given you already. Initially, how does it look behind the ball?
Looks nice. I mean, they've kept that classic TITLEIST looking style. Still got the gloss head, but the big difference is you can tell it's a lot flatter to the ground.
Okay.
A lot shallower of a profile, and kind of putting it behind the ball, instinctually you feel like that's going to go in the air.
James, why is it so popular on tour? Right? Why has this product become popular on tour?
Guys want to hit the ball higher. So definitely on tour, if you can hit the ball higher, you can get the ball to land a whole lot steeper. So it's really useful coming into a green. So if you've got a kind of longer par 5 that all these guys are playing on tour, and you have 3 wood as your second shot, you want to be able to give yourself a chance to get that ball to stick. So GT1 Tour, it launches lovely and high, but then because it's a nice high peak height, it can land really steep. So it's that tool to get into a green and get to stop pretty quickly, but from distance.
And the shallow face, how does it look, Aaron?
Yeah, nice.
Could we compare it to fairway woods from other brands, potentially?
I'd put Callaway Elite in the mix. I'd put Ping G440 Max in the mix.
So other fairway woods that are doing really well on tour,
Yeah.
this is almost TITLEIST offering of that.
It's TITLEIST version of that. It's their spin on that product.
Right, what we'll do, half a dozen with it, we'll see how it feels.
Yeah.
I think what we'll do is we'll try GT2 and GT3, just half a dozen with each, just to see how it compares, more than anything. Sounded nice.
That's solid.
Certainly goes up. I've missed it a little bit left, but the strike was good.
Okay.
So one of the things that's really different with GT1, there's a weight at the back and there's a weight at the front.
Yep.
So the configuration right now, the heavier weight is in the back of the head, light weight's in the front. So if you wanted to take some spin off and maybe flatten that flight down a little bit, you could move the heavy weight further forward, and for the thing that gets that ball kind of up in the sky, which is this setting, heavier weight further back and send it to the moon.
Yeah.
Where are we just now, sorry James, is the heavyweight towards the back?
Heavy weight's in the back of the head, yes.
So
It'll
what
be
is it?
interesting to see the
We'll
flip.
flip it, yeah, definitely. Give us 3 or 4.
Because that
Flip it round.
I pulled that and it's gone mega high, which is
Yeah.
a combination you don't always see.
Yeah. Sounded good again, pal.
It's a nice strike again. Similar. Really similar.
Feel like it picks up quite nicely, that shallow face?
Yeah, really easily.
It's maybe one of these things, if you play it like a parkland golf course, there's maybe not that much wind,
Yeah.
and you can send that ball up in the sky, that's then really quite a good option.
It's interesting for the guys that are going to use this on tour. If they're using this off a tee, it's going to be a small tee, but it's not going to run a long way, which they're hitting this far enough anyway. They want it close to their carry. They want that retention.
Yeah.
They don't really need it running.
On tour, if these guys are laying up to something, they don't want it to then run into it. They want it to
Absolutely.
stop before the hazard. Good again. Right, James, let's flip these weights round.
So that was a nice strike. I felt like I had to hold it off a little bit,
Yeah.
and it just went up.
Okay. Should we cheat a wee bit and take the loft in a wee nudge as well when we do this?
Okay, Aaron, we've put the heavier weight further forward in the head. Let's see what
that does.
Let's see what it does. Stop mid-sentence there for some reason.
Certainly felt a bit more solid. I've blocked it a touch, but
A little bit more lively.
yeah.
So it may spin a little bit more with being that right shot. Done okay.
Mm-hmm.
That was lovely.
Wind's got it a wee bit, but normalised, I would imagine that's going to be fine.
The wind, James.
The wind.
It's a strong breeze out there, you know.
How does it feel now those weights have moved?
More solid.
More solid.
More solid, yeah.
Sounded good.
Yep, it's a bit more like it, Aaron.
That was solid. Kind of shape I'm used to seeing, but
Seen this before, see previous videos that we've made, and you've tried switching weights around in product. It doesn't always make a massive difference for you in terms of spin rates. Whereas for myself, every time I do it, the difference seems to be quite significant.
Yeah.
Any idea why?
Some golfers' attack angle is just a bit different. So
I'd put it down to attack angle.
if somebody's like really pretty neutral, it's maybe not going to affect it that much. But like yourself, if you're a little bit steeper, it's maybe going to make more of a difference. It's always one of these things. I think we all know this in fitting. There's no hard and fast absolute answers. You just have to test things and see.
At some point, there's going to be a diminishing return with what CG location does. Dynamic loft is going to take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd put it down to attack angle.
Yeah,
For me, it's more of a like that feels more solid.
Yeah. Interesting.
Right. Do you want one more with us?
Yeah, go
One
for
more.
it. Good. Right, James, go show us GT3, the head that we would typically associate with Tour. It's a smaller head, we'd think. On paper, that would be the better player's head.
160 ball speed.
I think that's a good option as a club, though. The amount of guys that we get that are better golfers that want a fairway wood.
How many times are you doing fairway wood? Do you need the apex to go higher?
It's not even so much higher that it's you fit a guy that swings a 3-wood at north of 115 mile an hour, but he moans he doesn't want a 3-wood to go 290 yards.
Yeah.
Like that's maybe an offering that you can put in that it maybe does kick up and spin and do that, but it goes the distance he needs it to go.
Yeah.
It's how often does if you hit your driver that distance, do you need a 3-wood to go 290 or 300 yards? So same shaft and things, James?
Same shaft, same setting.
Okay,
Lovely.
So this is GT3.
okay. How does that look behind the ball, Aaron?
Noticeably smaller.
Do you prefer that?
Sits a little bit higher. I prefer it that way.
Okay,
I could be sold either way on the depth.
okay. What would you expect to see, James?
A little bit flatter, wee bit flatter ball flight with this one.
Sounded really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. That felt more solid again.
Okay.
For me, anyway.
Similar in terms of spin, to be fair.
Yeah.
Not like one spun any more or any less than the other.
That's interesting. Wee bit
That
toey.
was nice.
Yeah.
Wee bit toey, but that was nice flight. Nice strike.
Again, I think it just depends. Every golfer's unique in what they're looking for. Like personally, I prefer that as a flight.
Yeah.
It looks a bit flatter. It looks like it's going to, for you and I, if we're hitting a 3-wood 9 times out of 10, it's because we're hitting it into a wind or whatnot. It's how do we get it to look like that? Whereas I don't think as an amateur golfer, you're longer than us certainly, but it's how often do you need a 3-wood to go high and soft,
Yeah.
especially in this country.
Yeah, if I'm playing most of my golf in kind of Florida, where you want that ball landing.
You want to get that ball up in the sky.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think even in Scotland, or like in UK, like where we are, if you play inland a little bit and there isn't really any wind, you can afford to get that golf ball up in the air. But if maybe kind of play a little bit more coastal, you might want to get that ball flight down the way a little bit. But it'll always be golf course dependent, won't it?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Wouldn't have said you quite got that with your iron, but it's still going forward.
It wasn't bad.
Yep.
That's the toey one. That was really out the toe, to be fair.
Certainly noticed more curve on the smaller head.
Yeah.
I feel like the GT1 was more stable and it just wanted to fly forward or kind of fly square. This thing, in terms of trajectory, is flatter and a stronger flight.
Yeah.
So GT3 definitely spins less. It kind of does what it says in the tin, but a little bit more curvature to it.
Yeah, so I mean, if that GT1 was like a 13.5 head or a 13 head, it's going to bring that flight down, which defeats the purpose of the product. But
Yeah.
Let's maybe have like another look around. Let's go into a 2 product and see what a GT2 is going to do for you.
Yeah, I think that kind of finishes the lineup. But I think, as advertised, GT1 certainly, even in the Tour, feels a little bit more solid.
yeah,
But spins definitely noticeably higher than GT3.
yeah.
And I think the good thing of it is, it's what do you want the flight to look like?
And I think if we go back to if we were doing a fairway wood fitting, what does well for us would be a Callaway Elite or Ping, something that is going to get that ball up and going. Titleist's version of that,
Yeah,
for a lot of people, is an effective golf club.
Yeah. Right, GT2, let's finish the lineup. Let's see what it looks like. So on paper, this is going to spin somewhere between these two.
Yeah.
As we're robot up to the challenge, James.
We'll soon see.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that.
How does that look behind the ball?
Yeah,
Somewhere between?
It's probably closer to the 3.
Okay.
I don't know if that's just because I've just had the 3 or if that's accurate or not, but yeah, it's just a blend of the two of them.
So that kind of face depth with like the 2 and the 3 is a little bit deeper.
Yeah.
There's not that much difference from the top line, I would say. The 2's maybe a little bit more elongated front to back, but there's not big differences.
Yeah.
This maybe doesn't hug the ground the same sort of way that the GT1 Tour does.
I mean, from a look standpoint, this is probably the one I like the look of most. And that ball flight was good. So
I think almost like everything, it's not that there's one that's right than one that's wrong, it's what one's right and wrong for you.
yeah.
And I think it just depends what you're looking from a ball flight standpoint. And it's who's going to play what, James? Who's going to play this GT1 Tour from an amateur standpoint? Who's going to come into the fitting bay and want to play that?
I think golfers who maybe need a little bit more help getting that ball up in the air, I don't think it's necessarily speed dependent, but if you maybe have that kind of mid-speed player, certainly not the kind of the lower swing speed player, but that mid to high swing speed player, you've then got plenty kind of up in the air juice.
Shallow ahead, it's going to be easier to get that strike up the face.
Just a little bit easier. And then for that golfer who maybe doesn't have the same sort of club head speed, that's then when GT1, and this is what it's designed to do in the first place, GT1 being that like slightly lighter weight product that's really, really easy to get the ball up in the air. Yeah. For the guy who doesn't have the speed, that's when GT1 comes good.
So GT1 Tour, almost that guy that wants to play 3-wood but doesn't spin it enough, so ends up in a 4 or 5-wood, could get away with playing 3-wood loft.
Yeah, definitely.
But it would then give him the flight to get the ball up in the sky.
But we have that launch, yeah.
Yeah, good.
Ooh. Strike's nice, just a wee bit pulley.
Just a bit more shape to that one.
I think that GT1 Tour really kind of completes that Titleist lineup. That all like the two and the 3, particularly the 2 is going to be the kind of bread and butter one.
Yeah.
The 3 offers something a little bit more. And if you're a 1 guy, the 2's maybe too far away. And the a GT1 Tour, I think that bridges that gap really quite nicely.
Good. So I suppose, James, to summarise, I think it's a great lineup. There's something for everyone.
There's definitely something for everyone, yeah.
3 gives us the really low spin. 2 sits in the middle. And GT1 Tour definitely gives it higher spin. So you could play at all the 3 heads at the same speed, and it's picking the window you want to hit it in.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily a low swing speed player. That is the normal GT1.
Yeah.
Still a higher speed, but that kind of Titleist look.
I know. Well, thank you very much for hitting, Aaron.
Pleasure.
Thanks for your input, James.
No problem at all, thank you.
And thanks to everyone for watching. For more great content, please like and subscribe to the channel. And to book your own fairway wood fitting, head over to the website at sggt.co.uk. Thanks.